copyright, but that's why I can't start recording before his videos. All right, so in problem 87, hey friends, we're doing class now. I don't know why I see like orchestra music on the table. We're looking at my math worksheets. Did you get one, Grace? From the resource. I'll graph paper up front. I mean, I need to reset in the back, I guess. On your paper, you want to highlight or underline. You can underline if you want to. Rational number. A rational number, Charlotte. A rational number is a ratio. A ratio is just a comparison of two numbers, right? So rational, guys, nobody, like, this is also one of those things I didn't get taught. Like, oh, that's the root word, right? Ratio is the root word. A ratio is a fraction. But what operation does a fraction actually, like, what is this? What is happening here, Max? Divisions on your paper, because you got this on your, like, write down division, right? This is actually division. No, so this is on your paper, so I'm trying to cover up some of this. So, right here. And you could draw an arrow to the fraction line if you want. Right? What mathematical operation does a fraction represent? Division. So we're going to take these divisions and rewrite them as fractions, because we know division is really a fraction. So 2 divided by 8, how could I rewrite that as a fraction, Caleb? So actually, I think maybe I'm asking this poorly. What we're doing is we're going to take 2 divided by 8, which is on your paper. We're going to change it into its fraction form. It's like something over something. Carefully. So that's the problem with me showing that video already. That video is like everything we're going to do today. So that showed a little bit too much. What's this turn into, Xavier? 2 over 8. So before we get to keep, change, flip, because we're not at keep, change, flip yet. Before we get there, a division, any division, can be rewritten as a fraction. Now, can 2 8s be reduced?
Yes.
1/4. And do we know what 1/4 is, like, as a decimal?
0.2.
Yeah, it's like 0. So guys, this is why it makes sense to rewrite division as fractions, because it makes it easier. Try the second one on your own. I'll give you a little head start, and then I'll do it as well.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
It's a big fraction. Oh, my God. Why did you do
We'll
that?
see if that works. Because Grace had the hiccups.
Oh.
Sorry. Oh. Sorry, Grace. It worked. The last student that had hiccups, it worked. But you ever tried drinking water upside down? Like, so if you tip forward, tip forward so that you're like kind of upside down. There's that strategy, and there's also a spoonful of mustard. Because mustard is like, so I know the face you just made is why it works. It's like a spoonful of mustard, you're like, and you like your hiccups go away. All right. 72 divided by 5 becomes 72 over 5. But Mason's not here. Mila, what can I do with 72 over 5?
I don't know.
What kind of fraction is it? You threw your voice. That was really impressive. It's like you should be a ventriloquist. So it's improper. Let's take it back to a mixed number. Guys, let's make this easier. 72, I can think of as 50, 20, and 2, right? That's 72, right? What's 50 divided by 5? 10, right? What's 20 divided by 5? 4, so really we got 14 and 2/5. But 2/5, how many tenths would 2/5 be? 4/10. So we could also write it as 14 and 4/10. Questions? I see some of us kind of fighting with using our pencils, or maybe gravity's too strong today. But if that's the choice you're making, I mean, that's your choice. And the third one.
Could I have the following students to the Perry office, please, for just a moment? Lucas McAllister, Raphael Vogel, and Macy C. Please come to the office. Thank you.
Charlotte, what about the third one here? How can I make that into a fraction?
194.
1/94?
51. Sorry.
51 94ths.
I thought that was like
51
that was
over 9. And that one we should probably just leave alone because it is proper. So what are we really gonna do here with dividing by fractions with that whole keep, change, flip thing that Emily brought up? So this, I don't have much time today. It doesn't matter where the negative is, right? We've already talked about this. You can put the negative in the numerator, put the negative in the denominator, put the negative out front. It doesn't matter. Charlotte?
Is it possible to have a negative numerator and a positive denominator?
I mean, but then the fraction together is a negative value, because what you have then is a negative divided by a positive. So yes, but what is a negative divided by a positive? It's a negative,
Oh, okay.
right? And we can check the poster if we need to. So this is on your paper, but before we throw in negatives, right? Before we throw in negatives, let's talk about it positively. 1 3/8 divided by 3/4. I would write this on your graph paper if I was you. And maybe if you're sketching or drawing right now, maybe come back and do some math with me. 1 3/8. So I went to game night last night. I already told Charlotte I had my butt handed to me. But because I lost so bad, my friends sent me home with some pizza.
Really?
No, I'm making this up. I'm like, serious. I'm a math teacher. No, I lost at game night. That's real. I did not get sent home with pizza. That's a lie. I had enchiladas for lunch. So I have 1 3/8 pizza left over. I'm a hungry boy, so I'm gonna eat 3/4 for lunch. And I want to know how many times can I eat 3/4 for lunch. So essentially, I'm dividing the pizza that I have by the leftovers I want to take to school. So, does it make sense for me to talk about my pizza as 3/4? What would make more sense, William? Yeah, because the pizza's not cut into fourths, especially this one. Like, it's not cut into fourths. Let's go ahead and just say 1 3/8 divided by 6/8, right? If we actually, so I'm trying to bring 6 slices of pizza to school every day. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. 6 slices of pizza. I'm hungry.
I totally would. I
So then, should I really think about 1 3/8 pizza, or should I just like put it all together? Just put it all together in the same box. How many slices do I have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
2 and
9, 10, 11, 12.
Make it improper, and that's going to tell me how many slices I have. I have 11 slices.
I can't see.
If you go further than the slide is, it jumps you to the bottom because it's like, oh, you want to go down there. No, I don't. I actually want to stay right here. So I have 11/8 that I'm going to divide by 6/8. But really, after I keep, change, flip like Emily told me to, and guys, on your paper, I would write like KCF, just as like a little reminder. And if you haven't heard it from 6th grade, that's just a mnemonic trick. That's just what we like say to remember what to do. Keep, change, flip. Wait, what does an 8 on top and an 8 on bottom do?
Oh, it makes it 1.
This makes so much sense. It's just 11 divided by 6 because I have 11 slices that I'm trying to split into 6, like to take to school. How many days can I do this? Well, 1 for sure, right? I can take leftovers for a day. What would my remainder be? 5, 6. Look up here. Watch at why this makes sense. So I can see on your faces, wait, we had a denominator of 8 to start though. Watch, like look up here. What I want is 6 slices, right? Every day to take to lunch. I have 11. So I take 6 slices to work the first day. Those are gone. I want to take 6 slices again, right? I did that once. One day I was happy. I had all my food. I wasn't hungry anymore. The next day I go to take 6 slices. 1, 2, 3. Oh. So I got 5 out of the 6 that I wanted. That's where it comes. 1 in 5, 6. That's our answer. 1 in 5, 6. So the denominators we start with mean nothing to the denominators we're going to end up with. Emily?
Can I point out how you seem so excited about this and the entire room's like, me.
It's
Are you a
pizza.
Batman? And you're like, and you see, I am no longer hungry.
So, Emily, you have a really good point. And because of that, I tried to host a party. And my friends were like, so I made this is my artwork. I made this pizza just for you.
It looks like it's a
You know what the most important ingredient was? Love. It's love. It's made with love. All right, hold on. So, Grace. Huh? This is the last one. This is, hey, look, oh, I deleted the ink from last class. Sorry, go ahead. Ask your question. What about it?
When you multiply 11
Do you want me to write out the work? Is that what's bothering you? So the 8's canceled out, but if I don't cancel the 8's,
times 8.
I know. 88 over 48. And that would reduce, both of them could reduce by 8, because both of those numbers divide by 8. Or back here, we could spot an 8 on top and an 8 on bottom. What does an 8 on top and an 8? Well, what's 8 over 8? 1. So these can wipe each other out. And that's how we jumped to 11.6. Sorry, but I should have written my work. It actually be
What happens after the 8's wipe each other out?
then the 11 is just on top and the 6 is on bottom. Like, because this is 1. Really, it becomes 1 and this becomes 1. Because 8 over 8 is 1. Let's do another. So I host a party. And so this is really what we did. Like, I don't really have much time. So I host a party. Nobody shows up. And I know, right? So we have 2 and 2 8 or 2 and a 4, right? 2 and a 4th. Okay. 2 and a 4th. So I got 2 and a 4th pizzas left. But now my wife, like different day, right? Different party. People didn't want to hear my dad jokes. They didn't show up. So I'm going to Mexico over Christmas. Like, I'm super excited. I'm not making this up. I'm actually going to Cancun. But because of that, my wife, love her to death, she's like, hey, you're going to be wearing a swimsuit? Like, maybe don't eat 6 slices of pizza every day. So some fruits and vegetables. I'm making that part up. But this, okay. And actually, Chelsea and I talked about this last night. She's like, you need to make sure your kids understand you're joking, because otherwise they're going to think I'm a bad person. My wife is amazing. We have a really great partnership. I just like to tell jokes about, like, oh, my wife. Like, so, but for real, if I was packing on too much weight, that's not healthy, right? You want to make sure that you and your friends and the people you care about are healthy. So Chelsea decided I should probably not take 6 8s of pizza to school. I can take 3 8s every day, right? I can take 3 slices every day. I want you to figure out how many days I can bring 3 8s of pizza to school. So essentially, do this. Cancun? Yeah, I'm leaving Christmas Day. How about you? Oh, nice. Oh, you're gonna miss school. Gage.
Wait, where's Gage going?
Cancun also.
Wait, actually?
Mhm.
Where are you booked?
Not like with me. Hey, not cool. Lucy, not cool. Not cool. No? Okay. Well, I didn't hear everything you said, but it seems like we're like throwing shade or something or whatever. Everyone's like,
I'm so cute at me.
well,
I said imagine being rich.
yeah, but that's not nice to say about people. To comment on how much money people have or not. Trust me, I'm definitely. I don't like things on the floor, so I was just I definitely am not rich. But
I'm not saying you were rich. I'm saying you have enough money to go Cancun for Christmas.
because you learn math and you save money. Yeah, because you learn math and you save. It's not about being rich. It's about making smart financial decisions.
Yeah, Lucy.
But when you say something like, "Oh, imagine being," it's like when you say something's easy. Like it's the same sort of thing, right? Like, "Oh, it must be nice to have all that money." Like that's not. Like, no. So for real, just back it up. Because if you try to dig your heels in and like justify saying that, I'm gonna keep fighting you. It's not nice to comment about other people's situations, right? Regardless of what it is. Housing, money, food, whatever, clothing. Like, it's not nice to comment about other people's situations. Let's do some math, because we got pizzas that are getting cold. Who likes cold pizza better than hot pizza? Just curious.
Yes,
Depends on
frozen.
what time of
Okay, that's the correct answer, actually. It depends on what time of day.
The left-
2 1/4. What would I do with this? Ooh, I got hands up. Holy cow. Gage, what would I do with 2 1/4? So pass. Liam, not here. Xavier.
You make it improper.
Make it improper. Now, wait a minute. Do I need... Okay. Thank you. Do I need common denominators? No. Would they maybe help me think what I'm doing? Maybe. So, I'm going to really quickly make this common denominators just to help like those of us that want to think like that. This would be 2/4. 2 8ths. Right? So if this was 2 8ths and I make common denominators 16, 17, 18, which tells me I have 18 slices of pizza left. Right? Divided by, Chelsea said I should bring 3. And like a banana and some vegetables maybe. Right? I've got my banana over there. So what do I do now, Lucy? Fraction divided by fraction, I'm going to... Yeah, keep change flip. No fighting here. 18 8ths times now. Oh, what we're really doing. Hey, so if I multiply through, and my numbers are bigger than yours because you might have, your work probably actually has 9/4, then times 8/3. So that's probably what your work got to after the multiplication. This is 72/12. What do you mean what? If you went improper from up here, 2 1/4. That's 9/4. Or I went 18 8ths to actually talk about how many slices of pizza I have.
You have to bring plate every day. Should you be
Doesn't matter. Common denominators don't really matter. I'm just doing this since we're talking slices of pizza. Guys, this would come out to be 144 over 24. Look up here.
looking?
What's way easier than getting these big numbers? William? So that's the advantage of common denominators. They're not necessary. But if we do it, they'll cancel each other. And this is really 18/3. How what?
How do they cancel each other if they're in different fractions?
Because this turns into 18 times 8 over 8 times 3. Which we can actually rewrite as 18 times 8 over 3 times 8, right? Because multiplication, we can change the order.
Yeah.
So there's an 8 on top and an 8 on bottom. And what's an 8 on top and an 8 on bottom? The giant one. Right? So that's how it just turns into 18/3. And thank you very much for continuing to say, but wait, how? Like, guys, Grace is up there with the top students that I've ever had of like, but no, wait, explain that again. Like, I love that. Like, please do that. Make me explain myself again if it doesn't make sense.
Can you just like count all the slices until you get to 3?
You could. So we could also do group of 3, group of 3. Okay. Let's try this. It's on your paper.
You also multiply 18 thirds.
So what I did not. What the heck is? Where am I? I've lost my pizzas.
What do you do with the 8 and the 3 after you put the 2 8?
Sorry, that's what I'm trying to find, but I've lost my pizza. For real, I think I actually deleted the page. There we go. So 18 over 3. What William just brought up is okay, so we have 18 slices that I'm breaking up into groups of 3. And Isaac's like, well, I can actually just count 3, 3, 3, like, and William said this turns into 6, because I can do that 6 days. If you don't believe me, let's go make my leftovers. Here's Monday. Here's Tuesday. Wednesday and also this one. Thursday and also these 2. Yeah, Thursday's abbreviated with R. Friday, and then one more Monday, but I think my pizza's probably bad by then. Yeah, so I can do that 6 times. Let's practice using some negatives now. I would love some pizza, but my brother's gonna make salmon burgers.
What?
My sister's in
never
town.
heard of
We're gonna go hang out.
No.
Hey, this is on your paper. It would help you on your homework if you have a couple examples done on your paper. So, I got like 3 minutes left, guys. So, what would we do first with that mixed number? Improper fraction. I would also put the negative in the top if I was you. So negative 2 times 8, 1 more. What do we do now? Keep, change, flip. Negative 17 over 8. I got some people not doing this with me. Times 3 over 1. You're right. I didn't flip it, but I did over here. This I was still writing with division, right? While it's still division, it doesn't get flipped. It gets flipped when I make it multiplication. Now, do 3 and 8 cancel each other out? No, not here. So negative 17 times 3. Charlotte, I need you with me doing what we're doing.
Sorry.
Pencil in your hand. Put the putty away. You've lost that opportunity. Negative 51 over 8. Grace.
Can only the opposite, like the diagonal numbers, cancel each other out?
No. If 17 and 8 could reduce with each other, like if this was 16 over 8, like those could reduce. You can always reduce things top, bottom. Now you can also just wait till the end, because you can always wait and reduce at the end. So even if this was like 4 and 8, we could reduce here, but we don't have to. Do B on your own. Do B.
Don't you have to finish that?
We could make it mixed, but does it tell us we have to?
But you could.
I can leave it. Don't make it harder than you need to. I can leave it.
Is there an instance where we would do keep change flip with 3 different fractions?
I mean, so if it's division by a fraction, you can turn it into multiplication of the reciprocal. Any division by a fraction. So try this, right? Don't make it harder before you know that you can do what we're trying to do. What does a negative divided by a negative get us? Positive. So you could make that note right now. Hey, you could make that note and then forget about the negatives, right? If you identify and you pay attention to and you make a note that your answer is going to be positive, I don't even need to take those negatives with me. So now, improper, 7 over 4. I'm still going to write my division in this step. Then I'm going to keep, change, flip. I know some of you guys are probably not waiting, but that's up to you. Now I'm going to keep, change, flip. So 7/4 times 5 over 2. The improper from 1 and 3/4. So 1 times 4. Right, we multiply down, then we add up. Because 1 and 3/4, if you imagine 1 and 3/4 pizzas, right? So 1 and 3/4 pizza would actually be 7/4. Does that make sense? So that's how we're getting to improper. Then straight through top, straight through bottom. So we get 35 over 8. And we could make that into mixed if we wanted to, but we are out of time. What is it, Emily? What? 4 3/8. Have a wonderful weekend. Hey, turn in your homework if you didn't. I'm curious who's going to win this week.